Once upon a time, there lived a man named Mr. DIBIA. Mr. DIBIA was a successful herbalist in his village. He was well respected and known for his healing abilities. He was also a kind and generous man, always willing to help those in need. A lot of people love him in the village, but his friend, a man named Wodo, was envious of his success. Wodo was also a herbalist, but he was not as skilled as Mr. Dibia. He was also not as kind or generous as Mr. Dibia. One day, Wodo decided to frame Mr. Dibia for a crime he did not commit. He went to the village elders and told them that Mr. Dibia had been using his herbs to poison people. The elders were shocked and angry, and they banished Mr. Dibia from the village. Mr. Dibia was devastated. He had never done anything wrong, but now he was being punished for a crime he did not commit. He left the village and wandered into the forest. As he walked, Mr. Dibia thought about his life. He realized that he had been too trusting of people. He had thought that everyone in the village was his friend. But now he knew that Wodo had been jealous of him all along. Mr. Dibia walked for many days until he came to a clearing in the forest. In the middle of the clearing was a small hut. Mr. Dibia went to the hut and knocked on the door. The door opened, and an old woman appeared. She was tall and thin, with long white hair and piercing blue eyes. "Who are you?" the old woman asked. "I am Mr. Dibia," he said. "I have been banished from my village." "Why?" the old woman asked. "I have been framed for a crime I did not commit," Mr. Dibia said. The old woman nodded. "I see," she said. "Come in, come in." Mr. Dibia went into the hut, and the old woman closed the door behind him. "Sit down," the old woman said. "I will help you." The old woman gave Mr. Dibia some herbs to drink. The herbs made him feel stronger and more clear-headed. "Now," the old woman said, "you must go back to your village and clear your name." Mr. Dibia thanked the old woman and left the hut. He walked back to his village and went to the elders. He told them that he had been framed by Nwodo. The elders were skeptical at first, but they eventually believed Mr. Dibia. They banished Nwodo from the village, and Mr. Dibia was reinstated as a respected member of the community. Mr. Dibia learned a valuable lesson from his experience. He learned that he should not be so trusting of people, and that he should always be aware of the possibility of being framed. But he also learned that there are kind and generous people in the world who are willing to help those in need. Mr. Dibia continued to practice herbal medicine for many years. He helped many people, and he became known as one of the greatest herbalists in the land.